to these taillights. Now that is nice. Show you a comparison. Look how thin these taillights are versus how thick these taillights are. I do have the GTS styling smoked covers on, so it adds a little bit of thickness on there.
Damn girl, it's thicker.
That is a big difference. Alright, so you want to make sure that you disconnected the battery. Anytime you're doing electrical, make sure you disconnect the battery. You're going to have two 10mm bolts right here to remove, and then there's going to be 4 clips here. I'll pop out the clip with the clip and panel remover. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so 2 10mm are out, 4 clips are out. Now we can go ahead and pull out this little trim piece. We're going to have to remove this bottom panel, this filler, and then we can remove the taillight after that. So if you have Sasquatch flares, you're going to need to undo your flares so you can access under here, and then so you can remove this panel. I don't have the Sasquatch flares, so I have to undo my fender liner and my bushwhacker flare. That way this panel can come off freely. So I took out the fender liner right here, and then just this one bolt, so it's not attached to this piece anymore. Now this one can come off. From my understanding, as long as all that's unclipped and this is off, this just pulls off. Scary. After you remove this panel, you're just going to loosen these 2 bolts here. And then there's one more bolt down here that you'll have to loosen up. So now we're going to remove this taillight trim piece. It's just like a filler piece. And this should just pop off as well. Alright, now we can remove these 2 8mm bolts. There you have it. One thing you will need to do with the factory taillight is remove this top clip. This clip came from up here. You're going to have to remove this top clip and put it on the Oracle flush mount taillight. If you have the halogen taillights, you will need to leave this resistor on, and it comes with a bracket to attach to the truck. If you have the LED signature taillights, you have to unplug this because you don't need it. So since we didn't need that resistor, we unplugged it. All we had to do to the taillight was add this top clip. We can go ahead and put it on the Bronco. So we'll go ahead and plug it in first. And then just make sure it snaps in place. So there's a little bit of play and a lot of gap between the new flush mount taillight and the mounting holes. Came with these extra spacers, these rubber spacers, so I'm assuming you need these for your 8mm bolts. Alright, so this taillight filler panel, this little thing, there is a little cut that we do have to make. So this center fin here, next to the center hole, you're going to have to just trim it back a little bit. That way it doesn't interfere with the new flush mount taillight. So you can use a pair of dikes or some snips. Just trim it on top and then on the bottom, and you can break that little piece off. So you can see where I trimmed off right there. Just cut on that top edge and then that bottom edge. Alright, so pop this back in. Taillight filler trims back in. So you just gotta make an adjustment on those rubber spacers and then the bolts, just to make sure you get it as nice as flush as possible. That's the best I can get it, which I'm okay with. Has a little bit of play if you push on it, but the bottom is very sturdy. Just this one top section is a little bit of give. Remember, if you do have the LED signature taillights, From factory, you will have to use Forscan to configure your tail light to work correctly with the Oracle flush mount tails.